You take a loss, and within seconds, you're back in the market. Not because you see a valid setup, but because you cannot be wrong. You need to fix it, to make it back, to prove you're in control. And before you know it, you've turned one loss into 3. If this sounds familiar, you need to keep watching this video. You're not reckless, you're not undisciplined, and that's exactly what's driving your behavior. You may be a perfectionist here. Revenge trading is one of the most destructive patterns in trading, not because it costs you money, of course it does sometimes, but because it compounds the very thing you're trying to escape, the feeling of failure. Now, here's what most traders don't realize. Revenge trading isn't about greed. It's not even about wanting to win. It's about not being able to sit with the discomfort of imperfection. And if you're someone who holds yourself to impossibly high standards, who cannot tolerate mistakes, who needs to be in control at all times, revenge trading is almost inevitable. Because every loss feels like evidence that you failed, and your nervous system will do anything to eliminate the feeling, even if it means losing more money. Now, most traders think revenge trading happens because they lack discipline. They believe if they just had stronger rules, more self-control, they'd be able to resist the urge. They promise themselves, next time I take a loss, I'll walk away. They create calling off periods, they set daily loss limits, and they genuinely mean it. But then the loss happens, and despite all their preparation, they're back in the market, breaking every rule. The reality is revenge trading isn't a discipline problem. It's a nervous system response driven by an intolerance for imperfection and, of course, danger. Here's what's actually happening. When you take a loss, your brain interprets this as a threat. Not a financial threat, an identity threat. Because if you are a perfectionist or you don't like being wrong doesn't just mean you made a bad trade. It means you're not good enough. You're not in control. You failed. And for you, that feeling is unbearable. So your nervous system activates an urgent need to fix it, to restore the sense of control and to prove you are capable. And that's when revenge trading happens. If you misunderstand this, you're going to stay stuck in this cycle. You take a loss, your perfectionism makes it feel catastrophic. You revenge trade to escape the feeling, you lose more. The feeling of failure intensifies and the cycle deepens. And when you understand this, when you recognize that revenge trading is driven by an intolerance for imperfection, not a lack of discipline, everything shifts. You can start addressing the real issue. So perfectionism and trading are a toxic combination because trading requires you to be wrong regularly. Your strategy might have a 60% win rate, which means 40% of your trades are going to fail. That's probability, but if you're a perfectionist, every loss feels personal. It's not the market didn't align with my setup. It's I got it wrong. I should have seen that coming. I'm not good enough. And that emotional weight is what triggers revenge trading. So here's what's happening in your brain when you take a loss if you're a perfectionist. Your amygdala detects threat, not physical danger, ego threat. The threat of being perceived even by yourself as incompetent. This triggers your sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight. And in trading, fight shows up as revenge trading. You're not trying to make your money back, you're trying to restore your sense of competence, to prove the loss was just a fluke, to gain back control. Now here's the problem. Your prefrontal cortex, the part that follows your plan, has gone. Your amygdala is now in charge. And it doesn't care about risk management. It cares about eliminating the feeling of inadequacy. Most advice tells you to walk away after a loss. Take a break, stick to your limits, of course. It's good advice. Take a break is always good. But that doesn't address why you can't walk away. It's not that you don't know how you should. It's that your nervous system is screaming at you to fix this problem immediately. And if you are a perfectionist, it won't let you accept being wrong. No calling off rule is going to stop this cycle. So the solution, again, isn't more discipline. It's addressing your relationship with imperfection. Learning to tolerate the discomfort of being wrong without needing to fix it immediately. This means recognizing your nervous system is activated when you feel that urgent pull to get back in the market. Pause. Notice what you're actually trying to fix. Is it the loss? Or is it the feeling of inadequacy? Most of the time it's the feeling, and no trade will fix that. You'll also need to challenge the perfectionist belief that being wrong means you're failing, because wrong or losses are part of trading. It's a business cost. It doesn't mean you're incompetent. It means you're executing a probabilistic edge. When you can sit with a loss without it threatening your identity, revenge trading loses its grip. Now, when you feel the urge to revenge trade, try this. Close your platform if you can, step away from your desk, take 3 slow breaths, and ask yourself, am I trading an edge or am I trying to restore my ego? If it's the latter, don't trade, because revenge trading isn't about the market. It's about you trying to prove something to yourself, and the market does not care about your ego. So when you start addressing your perfectionism and learning to tolerate imperfection, here's what changes. In the first couple of weeks, you'll catch yourself before you revenge trade. You may feel the urge, but you'll pause. You'll recognize and you'll observe. It's not about the market. It's about not being able to sit with the discomfort of being wrong. Over time, the more you use certain techniques like breath work, hypnosis, EFT, meditation, this will all help you to create this internal calm. But the first step is self-awareness and observation of your triggers, of your beliefs and your identity and what is exactly going on. That's when you can start to work on the root cause of these issues and challenges. You came here thinking revenge trading was a discipline problem, but now you understand it is a lot more than that. Sometimes, a lot of the time, it can be driven by perfectionism or the ego coming in, by an intolerance for being wrong, by a nervous system that can't sit with the discomfort of imperfection and a loss. Now, until you address this, no amount of rules is going to stop the pattern. If this resonated with you, I would like to hear your comments below, and you can subscribe and like this video. And also there are links in the description for the website and to join the weekly newsletter. I'll see you in the next video.